Oda just confirmed that Marines Admirals have a huge bounties on their heads. One Piece is currently in its final saga and quite a lot of things are happening at once, with major events shocking the world one after the other from Egghead Island, all the way to the Pirate Island. While the Straw Hat Pirates were in the land of Wano, the reverie led to some major decisions which ended up affecting the power balance of the One Piece world greatly. One such decision was to strip the warlords of all their powers, and this eventually led to the conception of the Cross Guild. With the creation of this powerful organization, the world government has essentially backed itself into a corner, as now, a lot of their own men are hunted by powerful bounty hunters, just like the pirates they used to chase. The Cross Guild was created by Crocodile and 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚒𝚑𝚝. However, Buggy is seen as its leader in the eyes of the world, and he was made one of the 4 emperors of the sea as well. Thanks to that, all the high-ranking members of the Cross Guild have extremely high bounties on their heads, and they are a major threat to the world government just by existing. However, their own strength isn't the biggest problem that they have posed to the government. It is the fact that they have placed bounties on the heads of the Marines. For the very first time in the One Piece world, the Marines and the pirates are being hunted alike by the bounty hunters and the common people. Up until now, bounties were only issued for renowned criminals, and bounty hunters would then turn to them and capture them, turning them over to the government, either dead or alive, and gaining a reward for that. Now, the Cross Guild has employed a similar system where they place bounties on the heads of the Marines. This means that whoever manages to take down that particular Marine and turn them in, dead or alive, ends up getting massive rewards from Buggy and his organization. Every single Marine that is rather famous has a bounty put on their heads by the Cross Guild. This ranges from the likes of the Marine captains to SWORD members to even the Vice Admirals and the Admirals. The Cross Guild has done incredibly well to antagonize the Navy in the eyes of the common people, and this is why the existence of this organization is becoming a threat for the government with each passing day. While the issuance of these bounties is a hindrance for the world government, for us, this is great as bounties always help build excitement. The strongest of the world government's Marines are, of course, the Admirals, and recently, Oda also confirmed that they have huge bounties on their heads. The Admirals are believed to be the strongest military asset of the world government. They are powerful fighters, capable of taking on even the likes of the Yonko in battle, and they have incredible devil fruit powers up their sleeve. The Admirals before the 2-year time skip of One Piece were Kuzan, Sakazuki, and Borsalino. Currently, their ranks are made up of Fujitora, Ryokugyu, and Kizaru. All the Admirals possess powerful devil fruits. For instance, Kizaru has the power of the Pika Pika no Mi, which is an incredibly overpowered devil fruit that lets him turn into light as well as create and manipulate it at will. Similarly, Fujitora has a Paramecia type of devil fruit that lets him manipulate gravity, while Ryokugyu has the power to become a woodsman and turn into as well as manipulate and control woods at will. What's more, they also have tremendously overpowered haki. Being an admiral means that their haki must be absolutely refined to the highest degree. While it is unknown if the admirals wield the Supreme King haki, we do know for a fact that their observation and armament haki are of the highest tier. In Marineford, the 3 admirals were able to stop one of Whitebeard's powerful quakes by combining their armament haki. A testament to their strength is the fact that Akainu and Aokiji fought on Punk Hazard, and completely altered the atmosphere of the island permanently during their 10-day duel. With the admirals wielding such immense power, it is no surprise that the Cross Guild has placed an incredibly high bounty on their heads. Recently, it was confirmed that Garp has a bounty of 3 crowns on his head. In the very same instance, it was also confirmed that every single Marine Admiral also has a 3-crown bounty on their heads. Every crown equates to 1 billion berries, and this means that the Admirals of the Navy have a 3 billion berry bounty on their heads each. This amount is ridiculously massive and just goes to show how valuable the Admirals are to the Navy. The Admirals are exceptionally overpowered, and their high bounties, which are comparable to that of the Yonko themselves, just goes to show that they are extremely dangerous people. For now, 3 crowns is the highest bounty that the Cross Guild has issued. However, this figure could be higher for certain characters. Garp is one character who would certainly deserve a bounty higher than 3 crowns. However, since he is very old at this point, his bounty that was issued was not all that high. Had Garp been in his prime, the bounty placed on his head would be either 4 or 5 crowns. Nonetheless, for an old and aging character, a 3-crown bounty is extremely impressive. Meanwhile, when it comes to the Admirals, a 3-crown bounty is just about the perfect bounty that they could have, given that these characters are somewhat capable of holding their own against the Yonko but likely not capable of defeating them. While the bounties of the Admirals have been confirmed to us, the bounty of the most important one in the Navy, the Fleet Admiral, has not yet been confirmed. If one follows common logic, it would dictate that the Fleet Admiral has a higher bounty than the Admirals. This is especially true in the case of Sakazuki, who is currently the Fleet Admiral of the Navy. Sakazuki is easily the strongest that the Navy has in their ranks at the moment, and he has earned this place through his sheer strength which he has displayed time and again, especially during the Marineford arc. He is also so much more aggressive when compared to the previous fleet admirals, as is evident from the fact that he moved the Navy base into the New World to combat the influence of the Four Emperors even better. Sakazuki is taking on the Four Emperors head on, and just for that reason, his bounty should be higher. It wouldn't be a surprise to see Sakazuki have a 4-crown bounty if one were to be revealed for him in the future of the story. At the very least, we can rest assured that it is a 3-crown bounty, but it could and should be higher. Given that One Piece is in its final saga, we will most likely see Sakazuki in action very soon, and when that happens, it would be the perfect opportunity for Oda to explore his character more, as well as deliver an intimidating bounty that has been placed on his head by the Cross Guild. And that's all for today. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I also asked you to subscribe to help us. It will also help us to grow more, and if you like, please subscribe.